Hello everybody, my name is Solo, welcome back to the channel, and guys, so yeah, I've already done my scores for this prediction, because I've actually recorded this video once, surprise, surprise, surprise. Nobody's surprised, I do that all the time. Anyway, yeah, this update's gonna be super cooked in terms of balance. Let me explain. So, Here is my scores for the update. Final score 2 out of 5. Now you might be asking, okay, Solo, why are you saying 2 out of 5? Well, like bullets 1, units is 1. What? Why is units 1? I thought Nosferatu and the Breakfast Monster look good. I'll explain here in a second. Fun 3 because of the whole new crafting system. Let me just slide it a little bit farther over. Yeah, this honestly, at this point, I could probably do like, hold up. Since they want to 3 times it, here, let me just make it a 9 out of 5 real quick. Since, you know, this is gonna be a joke, by the way. It can only go to a cap of 5. This is just a yoke that I'm making. So you're probably wondering, okay, Solo, why are you saying this? Let me show you something. Now, yesterday we showed off Nosferatu, who had like 159 attack power, right, when fully upgraded at level 1. Tell me why they decided, in their infinite wisdom, so like, when the crew stuff was put into the game, we were told, hey, you know, you got these units for waiting this many amounts of months, right? Tell me why they made a whole year subscription. Not only that, they made it so if you buy the year subscription, you immediately, not after waiting the time, immediately get the units and the mounts and the secret chests all at once when you buy the 1 year subscription. Now you guys might be looking at me like, honestly, Solo, that's not bad, like, you know, not making people wait. Here's the problem. They designed a unit that was supposed to stand the test of time of like the 9 months. Like, it was designed around the fact that it was going to be a 9 months unit. So tell me why it has 270,000 damage every 0.2 seconds. Not only that, if we do the calculations here, which I already did on the calculator, right? But just for fun, I'll do it again. But if we do 270,000 times, you know, I don't know, 5, because that makes it a single second. I wonder why I'm saying that this is a pay to win update. This is worse, like, this is worse in terms of pay to win than Karen was. And you might be asking me, oh, Solo, why is it worse pay to win terms than Karen was? Well, here's the thing. With Nosferatu, his damage, right, is about 150,000 per, like, 0.5 seconds, right? So you do that times 2, 300,000. Now look at the stark difference between these two numbers. Notice how one has one more zero, or like one has like one more digit than the other, and also this one has 50,000 at the end. Yeah, that's almost what, 4 times the damage of Nosferatu, if not a little bit more than 4 times. Yeah. So basically, let me explain what I'm talking about. So when these guys were announced, and also there's another one called Huggy, which, if you guys don't know, Huggy was first, Cuddly Hugs is what his name is, not Huggy. Cuddly Hugs is the name of the character. Cuddly Hugs was originally introduced in an episode where Spongebob starts having hallucinations after eating a really bad Krabby Patty. And then the Bunker Boys were introduced, I believe, in the Spongebob movie or one of the episodes. the whole scene is basically Plankton invades the Krusty Krab. They have to go into this like turret thing, and yeah. So these 2 units are unveiled, right? And me, being me at the time, was thinking, oh cool, we're getting 4 units for this massive update. You know, that's what I consider a massive update. A big new system, a bunch of new stuff, a bunch of new mechanics, and you know, 4 new units, you know, sign me up. And then the final ball dropped right on top of my forehead, right? Pause. Anyway, so yeah, the actual issue arose that these 2 units are not going to be free to play at all. And I don't care what y'all say, like, about trading. I don't care. They are not going to be free to play at all. Why? Because who's going to give up 1.3 million damage without substantial monetary gain? Yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, anyone who was hoping, oh well, maybe I could get a Bunker Bros, yeah, unless you got a credit card that can spend $100. Yeah, by the way, this year subscription is $100, by the way. Or at least from what I've seen. Let me double check real quick just to make sure I got my information accurate. Okay, so I don't think they have a confirmation based on what I've seen of how much it is, but I'm guessing it's going to be around the 80, 90, if not $100 range, just based on like what I saw. Because if I remember right, it was like $13 a month. So they better hope that they do discounts, because if they keep it at like $13 a month, from what I've seen, again, I don't remember exactly where you get the crew pass from. I wonder if I can find, hold up. I wonder if I can find it if I scroll down. Here it is. Okay, so it's $10 a month. So yeah, it'd be about $100. And a lot of you are probably saying, where are you getting $100 from? Wouldn't it be $120? Well, at the end of the video, he literally says, oh guys, we'll give you the first 2 months free. It doesn't take away from the fact that it's still $100. So yeah, we went from, and honestly, I blame the people who were sitting there endlessly defending, it was just a test, it was just a test. Yeah, it was a test to see how much money you would spend on a unit, and congratulations, you played yourselves. The people who were endlessly defending these guys, saying, oh, well, they're doing it to test all this other stuff, when they sent out a $15 unit, congratulations. You want to know what your reward was for testing that unit? Yeah, you now have a $100 unit that completely breaks the game. So all these people saying, oh, but it's a free to play, it's so free to play friendly. Yeah, whatever. It's so free to play friendly that they're selling a $100 unit, and you can't tell me otherwise, because even if you spent, like, it's 90 to, like, it's not even 90 to 100, it's literally like 90 or you pay $120. Like, there is no magical get it for cheaper button unless you magically convince your friend to give you the unit because they stopped playing, and even then, like, they're just wasting, like, somebody somewhere's wasting $100 to $100, like, and with this move, like, they have definitively proven that they just don't care about the balance of the game whatsoever when it comes to the difference between free to play and pay to win. Like, the crafting update sounded really, really, you know, enticing, because it would it probably has like potions to help get shiny wombos. It probably has ways to get better trait rerolls like they were showing off, and I was super actually excited for it, because especially with Nosferatu, I was like, oh man, this is gonna be great. And then again, the bomb went off. Like, I ran out of time, the bomb went off right in my face. Like, this is what happens when you just let them do whatever they want to do, and you endlessly defend people who have been notoriously in the past pay to win forward. They're gonna get you, and surprise, now we have $100 unit. Oh yeah, before people come after me and say, oh well, what about if you get, you know, shiny Wumbo on like Nosferatu? And while that would be nice, you guys want to know how much damage per second the Bunker Boys does, like just based off calculation? Because here's the thing, their DPS goes down to shooting every 0.1 second, meaning that's how much damage they do at level 50 with shiny with the Seeker Formula trait, by the way. That trivializes boss fights, by the way, because they're just nuking health at that point. They, like, with this update, they are theoretically removing most of the difficulty from the game. Like, they did the whole Davy Jones update, like trying to add difficulty and make it harder, and they just completely just undermined that entire update, even though it was already messed up to begin with. I knew something was up as soon as they premiered health bars for basics that were 148,000. Like, I knew something was up, and here's the thing that was up. They were preparing it for a unit that can do, you know, a lot of damage really quickly. So yeah, congratulations, pay to win players. You basically have made it so then it is theoretically impossible for someone to start a new account and get to your level without spending money. Congratulations. And to the devs of Spongebob Tower Defense, congratulations. You baited all of the people who were white knighting you into getting a unit that now costs $100. I can't wait for the white knight comments that are just gonna be like, well, you don't know anything. It's not pay to win. It's not pay to win. Yeah, sure, buddy. If you're okay spending $100 on a unit, maybe you should reprioritize your priorities. Or maybe you just have too much money to spend. If so, I don't know, donate it to a cause instead of a Roblox game. I don't know. Like, I'm sorry, the devs for SpongeBob Tower Defense are not starving for money. In fact, they are probably well paid at this point, like well overpaid at this point. Again, I will always say that there are good things about this game. Like, the animations are cool. I think some of the, you know, attacks are cool and stuff like that. And I like how some of the maps feel. But I'm not gonna sit there and basically ignore the fact that they literally just said, hey guys, by the way, we're adding in this, like, they added in 2 craftable units that should have been exciting, and then just took all the excitement out of it by basically saying, but if you spend $100, you just win the game. Like, I made a meme saying, hey, maybe they should sell a win the game button. I didn't think they'd literally sell a win the game button, but here we go. And before people are like, it's not that bad, it doesn't do that much damage. Sure, buddy. If 3 million damage is not that much damage to you, then I think you need to go back to high school when they told you about how numbers work, my guy. Like, it's bad. It's really bad. So yeah, this update, unless there's magically some new revelation that happens based on backlash, this update's literally just the worst pay to win update at this point. Like, it tops the Karen, costs more money, does more damage. It tops Karen at this point. So yeah. Well, so much for me being excited for the crafting update. I was excited too. Like, I was concerned, don't get me wrong. Like I always am, but yeah. This is like above and beyond what Karen was. $15 to $100. Congratulations. But yeah. So anyway, I figured I'd relay that information. If you want to know anything more about the actual update, I guess I could show you some of the other stuff we saw besides the crew stuff real quick. So we saw this, which I'm guessing is some sort of modifiers they're adding in. I don't know exactly what for. I'm guessing maybe range or something. I'm not too sure. We also saw this, which I'm guessing is going to be like shiny Wumbo or something for things. I couldn't tell you. But anyway, with that being said, if you guys liked the video, hit the like button, comment down below. What do you guys think of the fact that there are probably going to be people who are actually going to pay $100 for that unit in particular? I think it's dumb, to be honest. Like, don't spend $100 on a unit. You can spend $100 and get a bunch of games that give you way more content than a single tower unit. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe, turn on post notifications so then you guys never miss a video. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.